All right, what's up, everybody? This is week 6 of cycle 3 of my Epamarilla and CJC 1295 No DAC journey. I started this back in March. It is now October, and I started documenting this because I saw people on TikTok talking about how great peptides were. They're miracles, they're magical, but it seemed like a lot of the boy, are the peptides causing me to have a heavy tongue? A lot of those people on TikTok that were talking about it were also selling them. And I thought, you know what? I don't have any to sell. I'm going to try these and see what they actually are and then document it. So if you're interested in peptides, hit subscribe. Go back and watch my videos. I'll show you what I get in the mail, my dosing. I've been doing weekly updates to explain to you kind of what's been happening. So let's get into cycle 3. I had committed to 3 cycles since the beginning of this process, whether things were going good or bad. I wanted to give it at least 3 cycles and see where we were at, because a lot of the people that I saw online talking about peptides said you have to give it 2 to 3 cycles, right? And so I had financially and mentally committed to 3 cycles. Now, am I going to keep going beyond this cycle? If I'm basing it simply off of the benefits, absolutely not. It has not been worth it whatsoever. Now, I'm saying that I've actually lost about 7 pounds in this particular cycle. I've changed some lifestyle stuff. I'm walking 40 minutes every day, sometimes with a weighted vest. I've been doing a little bit of calorie counting again. So I've changed some things up. But like the first positive movement I've had in my weight since cycle 1. But based off the benefits, as it stands right now, I wouldn't keep doing it. The only thing that would make me keep doing it at this point is for fear that I would be quitting too soon. I think there are some people and there are some medicines that take months to get into your system and create a solid foundation for it to be able to do what it needs to do on a high level, like TRTs like that. I've been on TRT since 2019. You don't just take TRT and start getting the full benefits of it within a month, or really maybe even a couple of months. It takes time to do that. So I think peptides might be very much like that. And I think that's also dependent on the person. Like somebody like me, maybe it's just going to take a little bit longer. So we're going to see how the rest of this cycle goes. I've actually got too much product in this cycle because if you remember, I've had to like cut some days out and cut my dosing in half whenever I was having those horrible allergic reactions. So I've got more than the 8 weeks. So I'm going to go beyond the 8 weeks, which might work in the peptide's favor, giving me some extra time to maybe get something out of it, more than I've already gotten out of it, or something. But I'll document it as we go along. As far as my allergic reactions that have been such a big deal in this cycle, I'm still sticking with my left side only. I am not going back to that right side because that's where all the mayhem broke loose. Go back, watch my other videos for that. But the itching has continued. It is primarily in my armpits. It is primarily in my ear canals and in my hands. But I will say this, it has subsided dramatically. Like, the other night, actually, I wasn't even sure if I was itching. I kind of had to like pay attention. I was like, I'm getting a little bit of an itch there, but it's nothing near what it was, which is odd to me that this thing showed up out of the blue in cycle 3 on the first day. Nothing like this prior. I've never been allergic to anything in my life prior. And then it's just kind of like going away, riding off into the sunset on its own. So either maybe my body has gotten on top of it and it's just like, look, we're not going to be doing this anymore. I don't know, but I find it odd that it's just going away. But of course, that's also made it kind of boring again, which I'm thankful that it's boring because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to continue. But without like fantastic results and without like really any sort of side effects now, I'm just doing it. Like it feels sort of pointless sometimes. But again, I've committed throughout this process. The weight loss is definitely an eyebrow raiser or eyebrow, whatever. I also wanted to mention my sleep has not been good. That's one of the benefits I have been able to attribute to the peptides. I've actually been doing a lot of tossing and turning as of late. It's not the fault of the peptides, but they don't seem to be helping me sleep like they were at the beginning. And so that's pretty much where I'm at right now. And by the way, I want to mention something very quickly. Again, thank you all so much for the comments and the advice, and sometimes, frankly, just some of you saying that you're not having a great experience as well. Misery loves company, so sometimes it just makes me feel a little bit better knowing that somebody out there is hating it on some days as much as me. But one of the comments I get most frequently, especially whenever things went south, is that maybe my pharmacy is bad, maybe my batches were bad. And I thought maybe there was some credibility to that, but I've moved beyond that because I had a conversation with, there's a very reputable store. I actually saw it through Facebook. I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember. But so I ended up having a consultation with them, and I was telling them my experience, and they said, well, where do you get your peptides from? And I told them the name of the compounding pharmacy out of Florida, and they said, that's actually where we get a lot of ours from, too. My stuff's also doctor prescribed, FYI. And so, I find it odd then that another reputable company is using this. Now, it's possible that like my second batch, if any of my batches were going to be bad, I could see it being that because of heat issues or who knows what, transport issues. But I've moved beyond like needing to get another lab because stuff's just not good there, or maybe there's a quality control issue. My doctor had assured me before that this was a high quality control place, that they check so much stuff and have so many levels of QC. The fact that this other pharmacy or this other company online, that it's obviously extremely reputable, is using them for their source as well. I've moved beyond that, but I just want to kind of mention that because it does get brought up quite a bit. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. Whatever happens after cycle 3, I'm going to be doing something. I got the HGH opportunity sitting there, which is a 6-month treatment from my doctor. I've also got stuff like MK677, which has been mentioned to me. I talked to somebody and they said that's a good option for weight loss and muscle gain. They said you have to be careful because it can cause you to overeat. It's interesting to me. Also, the BPC 157 is still very intriguing to me as well. So I'll be doing something, just a matter of what. But for now, it's CJC 1295 and ipamorelin for the next several weeks. And fingers crossed, we end up with some positive results here at the end of cycle 3, which may be an indicator that, hey, maybe it just took a little bit longer than some people take. We'll see how it goes. So again, thanks y'all so much for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Watch my previous videos. You'll see what I'm talking about with the allergic reactions and the dosing and all that kind of stuff. It's been a roller coaster ride. We'll see you on the next video. Peace out.